Good evening, students. The next topic in the functions is recursion. And see, it's a very important concept in the C. And recursion in the C is also called recursive functions. So it's a topic which is the related part of functions. We can say recursion in C is nothing but it is a type of the function. So what is a recursion? The recursion is a process which comes into the existence when the function calls itself, and whenever a function calls itself, it is called a recursive function. As you see, main inside main we write some calling function, and then the control reaches to the definition of that calling function. So similarly, suppose I have written a function like main, and suppose inside main I have again written the same function with the difference key I have writing main with semicolon. So this means this is basically what? This is the definition of the function, and inside the definition, when control reaches to the definition of the function is again being called. So where the control go the next time, it will reach again to the main. So this will happen again and again. So whenever a function calls itself, it is called what? It is called a recursive function. And recursive means what? Recursive is a word which is made up of the two different words. It is made up of re and occurrence. Occurrence means to happen something, and re means again and again. So whenever something happens again and again, then it is called a recursive, or you can say the recurrence. And when we talk in the reference of the in the perspective of the function, it is called a recursive. It is called a recursive function. So what we do with the recursive function? We actually perform those programs or those codes with the help of the recursive functions, which are basically defined in terms of themselves. So there are so many problems which can be done with the help of the recursive functions, and recursion cannot be applied to all the problems, all to the mathematical or all to the logical problems. Recursion can only be applied to the problems which can be solved recursively, or you can say they can be described in terms of itself. Suppose that there is a function in a math. You have gone through the function like tn. Tn is a function. Suppose tn can be written as, tn can be described as tn tn minus 1 plus 1. So whenever a function is expressed in terms of itself, it is called a recurrence relation, or it is called a recurrence function. In the same manner, the recursive functions are the functions which can be described in terms of themselves. The problem is described in terms of itself, and there are so many problems which can be solved with the help of a loop. So all the problems which can be solved with the help of the loop, that is called the iterative approach, all those problems can be solved with the help of the recursion also, or you can say the vice versa can happen. And over here you can see which type of problems can be solved recursively. There are the problems which can be solved recursively. There are the problems which can be solved recursively are the factorial, to calculate the factorial of the number, to calculate the Fibonacci series, to calculate the Tower of Hanoi problem. There are so many problems. You can calculate the sum of the first n numbers with the help of the recursion. So let us understand more deeply what is actually this recursion is. So before not going to the directly to the example of factorial, let us see the case. In the recursive function, there are the two cases. The first case is called the base case, where the value of the input number becomes 0 or becomes 1, So whenever the control reaches or the value reaches to the problem size or the value equals to n equals to 1 or n equals to 0, that is called the base case. And whenever the value of the n is greater than 1 or greater than the n greater than 0, then it is called the recursive case. So over here you can see a recursive function perform the task by dividing it into the subtasks, and there is a termination condition, and that is called the base case. And after this the recursion stops whenever the value of n reaches to the 1 or the value of n reaches to the 0. The recursion stops, and when the function keeps calling again and again, it keeps calling again and again till the value of n is greater than 1 or till the value of n greater than 0. So this is how the function is defined or function is written in the recursive cases. So let us see the example over here. Over here you can see, suppose there is a function called display. So display is a function and n is the value. Over here you can see that the value of n is passed, and when the value of n, suppose we have taken as 5, it does not reach to the base case because the n is not equals to 0. It directly reaches to the else part where the value of n is printed, and again the function is being called. This is called the recursive call. And over here you can see the difference. Over here the value of the n was 5, and here again the function is called, but the value of 5, the value of n gets decremented by 1 and becomes a display, or becomes display 4, or you can say n becomes n minus 1, or it becomes 4. So again from here the function is again called, so it again reaches to its definition part. So its definition is again taking you to this part, or you can say the definition part. Again the control reaches inside, again the value of n is not equals to 0, so again it reaches to the else part, and again the value is printed. So after 5, 4 gets printed, and then it's written display n minus 1, that is now the value of n becomes 3. So this is how the function is being called again and again, and this is called, this if n equals 0, this is called what? This is called the base case. This is called the base case when the value of n becomes 0, and this is called display n minus 1. This is called the non-base case. This is called the recursive case. So with the help of this type of functions we can calculate, we can solve so many problems, and with the help of this we can solve the factorial of a number. Over here you can see how can we calculate the factorial of a number. We can simply write the prototype of the function, say fact, and this is the argument int, and after that what is happening, we are going into the main. The two variables are declared. Printf is the output statement where it is written in the enter the number for you for which you want to calculate the factorial. This is the input statement scanf. We are scanning the value of n, that is suppose we are scanning the value of n as 5. So what will happen, it will take you from here, that is from here the function is being called, so it will take you to the definition of the function, and this is from here the recursion starts, because firstly it reaches to the definition of the function, then it reaches where it is the formal parameter, the value of n is 5. So it takes you what, it takes you to the else part where the n is not equals to 1, n is not equals to 0. So both these conditions are what, these both conditions are the base cases. So it takes you where, it takes you to the else part, which is written somewhere here. So what will happening here, it is simply calling the factorial function again, but with the help of what, the help of 5 multiply by the fact function again, and the value of fact becomes what, the value of n becomes what, fact 4. So again the function is being called from here because the function is again written, but with the statement 5 multiplied by 5. So this part gets elaborated